So maybe you are in a total place of doubt, but you are working hard on affirming and visualizing. Yet you are still riddled with doubt when it comes to the laws of nature, the law of attraction, and the law of assumption. Well, here is a pep talk for you. Hello, my gods and goddesses. Welcome to the Art of Assuming. My name is Killian, and I'm a Law of Assumption coach and twin flame mentor. My channel is relatively new, but the main focus here will be on relationships, twin flame guidance, and manifesting specific persons. I'm glad you are here, and I'm excited to help you deliberately design your desired destiny. There's going to be a lot more helpful content coming, so definitely please subscribe. Okay, so obviously you're hurting. You're feeling terrible, lonely, discouraged, rejected, and hopeless. You're definitely not alone. When it comes to loving someone who has rejected us, it will always be one of the hardest things we as humans go through. The worst part is you feel like life doesn't matter anymore. You feel like life isn't worth it anymore because what matters most is the one you love is gone. I totally get it. But I am here to tell you that they are not gone. And it is truly a lie you are telling yourself. Just for a moment, I want you to entertain the idea that the law of assumption and everything you've been binge watching on YouTube about the law of assumption is real. Just for a moment, imagine that it is as legitimate as the law of gravity. Imagine God or science or the universe telling you that you can literally have anything or anyone you desire. Imagine that this is as true as the air you breathe. Just for a moment, imagine that all this shit is real. How does that make you feel? Pretty fucking good, right? You can't help but get excited. You can't help but feel relief. You can't help but feel like everything is going to be okay. You can actually take a deep breath and feel a sense of peace and feel like, yeah, I got this. He's mine. You're feeling empowered. You're feeling motivated. It just feels good. And then all of a sudden, your mind gets swallowed up by ego and doubt, and you think, but what if none of this is real? What if it's all BS and all these people on YouTube are out of their minds in some cultish belief? What if I'm fucking crazy for even entertaining the idea? And then your reality of being without him hits you like a freight train, and you go right back to complete and utter hopelessness. And moreover, all these master manifestors you've been listening to tell you that if you find yourself in doubt or hopelessness, that this is what you will attract. So now you're feeling like no matter what you do, it's all futile. You can't seem to hang on to that happy feeling long enough. You can't even entertain the idea long enough that the law of assumption is real without doubts creeping in. And you can't help but crawl back into that hole of disparity where all of this started. Well, again, you are not alone. This is the process for all of us, and even the most successful manifestors have been right here. Like anything else that's worthwhile, it takes time, practice, strengthening, persistence, and faith to become an expert. It takes digging in and doing the work. It means having bad days and having good days, but not giving up. It takes effort and it takes work. Just like mastering any craft, it takes sweat and tears to reach the payoff point. Why would the law of assumption be any different? You wouldn't expect yourself to win a marathon and to cross that finish line without any training or preparation or effort, right? This is no different. You have to put in the work. But unlike the work it takes to train for a marathon, running 10 to 20 miles a week and busting your ass, the work for this is actually the fun part. When it comes to SP, the work can actually be one of the best parts. And changing your belief about the work can really, really help to move things along faster. So imagine parallel realities are in real time with your thoughts and feelings. And in order to shift into your desired parallel reality, all you have to do is imagine you are with your SP. Imagine they are pursuing you and they are loving you. The moment you imagine this, the moment you begin to feel those lovely feelings of this, is the moment that alternate reality is actually happening. So while you are sitting there in your bedroom alone in the 3D, simultaneously, in real time, you are experiencing something just as real. Now you need to accept the fact that what you are imagining isn't just an imaginary scene. It's not just in your head. It is actually a reality that you are experiencing in real fucking time. And so if you are legitimately experiencing real-time feelings and experiences from that alternate reality, then what does it matter if you're also in the 3D? See, so many of us get caught up in our imaginary scene because we think, oh, that's what we've been told to do in order to get our desire. That's what Neville told us to do. That's the technique I need to do in order to get my SP. And that is the problem. We don't do this to get our manifestation. We don't do this because law of assumption gurus are telling us to do this. We do this to experience this beautiful alternate reality. Stop looking at this as a way to achieve something outside of yourself. You need to change your beliefs about why we imagine. You need to believe that the reason we do this is to simply experience the joy and the peace of the alternate reality, period. By approaching it this way, you will never, ever come from a place of lack. If you can tell yourself that your imagined scene is actually happening in real time, then you will absolutely do what you need to do in order to make that imagined scene as real as possible. This is the work, but this work is beautiful because the work consists of us experiencing the joy of our desires. Well, that's pretty great. That is why we do the work. And honestly, it's not really work. It shouldn't even be called work because work implies it's hard or uncomfortable. This work should feel good. All you're being asked to do is to jump into that alternate reality that is happening simultaneously along your 3D reality and live there for a moment. If you're really that hurt and lonely, then this should be an incredible escape for you. You get to simply escape to a happy, perfect place. And we do this because it feels good. If you can look at it this way, you are ensuring that you are never coming from a place of lack when shifting. And what has helped me is to not call it an imaginary scene. When I started calling it my reality shifting time, I really started to embody the wish fulfilled. By calling it my imagined scene, I almost felt like it was, in essence, imaginary, and that implies it's not real. What you are actually doing is experiencing an alternate reality. And if that alternate reality is truly a reality, then it truly changes in meaning and gives us a sense of real. It kills thoughts of lack and it kills the need for external changes. So, all of you are hurting. All of you are struggling to manifest. All of you who feel hopeless, I challenge you this week to simply change the meaning of your manifestation work. Begin believing that it's not an imaginary scene, but that it's actually a legitimate reality that you are shifting to throughout the day. Begin believing that you are shifting in order to experience that alternate reality in real time. All of a sudden, this will become less like work and more just a fun and beautiful way to start instantly feeling better. And remember, when you shift, it's as real as the air you breathe. Your experience there is happening in real fucking time. As a result, your reality shift, when persisted in, will absolutely solidify in this 3D reality. The more we can shift and begin to accept that as our truth in our day-to-day state of mind, the faster that reality will begin to flood and infiltrate our 3D. The more you shift, the more you are giving momentum to the reality you want. Even if it's not here yet, at least you are building up that momentum. It will harden into fact. It will cement into 3D. It will solidify. Don't stop shifting. Every time your mind takes you back to 3D, which can be as often as every 5 fucking minutes, tell yourself, nope, I'm going back to the other reality, and do that as much as you fucking need to. Eventually, your mind will give up and accept the new one. But it may take a lot of shifting back into it. Don't give up. Do not give up. If your SP really is your everything, then this all will be worth it. Love to you all. Bye-bye.